What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Ruin a Randomer. Today we're playing with, or rather this evening, we are playing with the BPL Team of the Season team. There is no stat cards on them for this game. As I said at the end of the last game, I actually want to test this team out just like this without using stat cards. So we've got Cech in goal, Vertonghen, Zabaleta, Ferdinand and Baines in defence, Gerrard, Mata in the centre of the midfield with Bale and Hazard on the wings, and Suarez and Van Persie up front. And for those that wonder why I actually go through the team at the start of every video, I've actually said this a few times, but I still get a few questions about it. It's basically how I sync the audio. So like when I say Gerrard, you'll notice the card pops out and my voice kind of matches with that, so that's why I do that. Before we get into the game, guys, if you'd like to purchase any FIFA Ultimate Team coins, check out utcointraders.com. Their link is in the description, a very fast and reliable service. Now, at the end of the last video, or throughout the last video, I asked for you guys to put in the comment section pros and cons of YouTubers, and the comment section tended to develop more into a I guess a debate between you guys that are watching this for the pros and cons of me specifically. So I do want to address those. This guy's got a really decent team, by the way. Mata, Toure and Silva in midfield, Hazard, Aguero and Nani up front, Vermaelen, Company, Cole, Sanya and Laurie in defence. So a very good team indeed. So a couple of there's kind of like three huge debates in the comment section, and I'll let you guys know what they are, because some of you guys probably don't read the comment section. Maybe you guys just like to come here and listen to the video or watch the video and then move on your way, because you know the videos get like 30 to 40,000 views and they don't get near that many comments. So you know, obviously there's a lot of people that just watch. So one of the biggest things is that I used to complain about 5 at the back, and now I use 5 at the back, and that's absolutely true. Oh, I thought he was offside. He was offside. That is absolutely true. I did do that, and we'll move on to that in a second. One of the other biggest complaints was that I complained about stat cards in a game where I lost a wager match against a guy who had fully stacked team, a fully juiced team, and so I banned them from the wager matches, and now I'm using them. And again, it's a very, very valid point, and again I will address it in a second. And last but not least is to do with coin sponsors. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail on coin sponsors because it's not fair on the actual sponsors or the people that are sponsored by them. But there seems to be this huge people seem to think that I didn't like coin sponsors, and now I've got a coin sponsor. I've never had an issue with coin sponsors. I've actually had a coin sponsor since December, and it was one that, you know, I had a deal with or whatever, and then I didn't have coin sponsors for a long time because of EA, not because of coin sponsors. I did have a to-do with one of the coin guys where we had an issue with each other, and I went in on him and told him told my Twitter followers some of the truths about coin sponsors, but that wasn't necessarily me saying I don't agree with or don't like coin sponsors. That was me just telling people the truth about them. You know, like for me, coin sponsors are they're there. So we'll go with this one first of all, and so. Coin sponsors fuck up the market. That's absolutely true, and I'm not going to deny that, because players are worth so much more. There's so many more coins on the market. Everyone seems to have super good teams. Or Zabaleta, oh, that's a terrible shot. And in general, if there's like a super rare player on the market, whereas in FIFA 11 you might be able to sneak a cheeky bid on that and actually win him. Now, you know, someone will find out, and then a coin sponsor will just go and whack an unreasonable, or like a coin site or a YouTuber with unlimited coins. They'll go and whack an unreasonable bid on that player, and essentially the only people that will ever get to use those players are the people in like privileged to be in the inner circle. Let's say that. So in that sense, I completely understand why people are frustrated with coin sponsors, but at the same time, there are a lot of people that buy coins from coin sponsors, and I know this for a fact, simply because if people didn't buy the coins, then the coin sponsors wouldn't be around anyway, because they would have no coins to sell, because nobody would be interested in buying coins. So whilst YouTubers promoting them are a part of the issue, the viewers buying them are also held accountable for the issue, because if you just don't buy them, if you boycott them, they just won't exist anymore, because nobody will be, they won't be able to afford to run their business with no customers. So, oh, you read that? That was Oh, ref, what is... Ah, come on. So that's that. So, and in short, like I said, I can't go into too much detail about coin sponsors. It's the same. It's one of those touchy territories along with like the YouTube earnings and the YouTube money. If you actually do enough research, you can go and find out how much everyone gets. And the only thing I will say is this: I do not get paid in coins for my sponsorship. It's a sponsorship like any other. You know, I have a sponsorship deal with a few companies, and they don't pay me with the product that I'm sponsoring them for. So just bear that in mind when you think about me, you know, getting... like I yesterday, right? I was looking at I was buying all the coaches because I wanted to do that juiced team, and you need all the coaches to get like the 50% on. And I was just going through the bronze ones, and usually they're listed up for like 200, 300 bin, maybe as much as 400 or 500, and that's okay for me. You know, I don't mind overpaying a few hundred coins for a bronze card. I just want them like quick. You know, I'm not interested in getting them. Oh, that's a terrible shot from Van Persie. I'm not interested in like bargaining for a few hundred coins. So I was going along and just buying them, and I really wasn't paying attention. I was chatting on Skype, I was looking at some stuff on Twitter, and oh, he's going to get that, isn't he? Oh, come on. Yeah, and basically I was just going along buying the ones that I didn't have, not really looking at the price, thinking that they wouldn't be too huge of a price. And I pretty much hugely... He's going to score here for sure. Oh my god, what a save. I hugely overpaid for the bronze, I think, dribbling coach it was, to the point where I actually paid 123,000 coins for him. So whoever listed him up for that, his day was made, you know. Oh, that's a good tackle. Yeah, that guy's day was just made. He was having a great day. He's very confused. He doesn't know why it was bought, but he's loving life right now. He's got a 323,000 coins in the bank. I posted a screenshot of it on Twitter because, you know, it was a derp move for me, and you know, I was a little bit frustrated with it. You know, it's 100,000 coins, but you know, with this far into FIFA now, there's not much time left in FIFA 13. Like I said, from the 7th onwards, I'm FIFA 14 exclusive channel because I've got content for it. So the coins aren't really that important to me, and not just because of the fact that I can get coins readily, because everyone can with coin sponsors, but more to the fact... Oh, that's a nice ball. Oh, is that going to go in? No. More to the fact that I've got so many coins that... It doesn't, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. On the so many coins factor, again, people seem to think that I get them for free. Trust me, I do not get coins for free. I pay for my coins just like everybody else. Oh, Hazard. Oh. Yeah, I pay. You know, I pay for my coins just like everyone else. I've spent probably in the region of £5,000 to £7,000 on FIFA this year, and that's not an exaggeration. And in FIFA 12, it was probably around 3,000 to 4,000. In FIFA 11, you was probably looking at about 1,000 to 2,000. You know, literally, it's got progressively more. The more I've got into YouTube, the more I've needed the big players. The more I've grown on YouTube. It's become important for me. You know, I spent like £3,000 alone on Team of the Season. The amount of packs I opened was just absolutely unreal, and I opened them with FIFA points. So again, for those thinking that coin sponsors were a huge issue, the fact that I'm opening with FIFA points should probably show you guys that I put money into the account rather than oh, that's a terrible pass, rather than using coins. So that's kind of, hopefully that clears up the coin sponsorship thing. It's, you know, it's a sponsor like any other. Many YouTubers have sponsors, not just coin sponsors, but sponsors in general. You know, there's a lot of companies out there, clothing. Oh wow, that's a good ball. Oh, that's a nice finish. What a goal. On the 45th minute, oh, he's picked the ball up through the net. Cheating. Yeah, you know, there's clothing companies. There's like capture card companies, Harpagon, Elgato sponsor people. There's so many sponsorship companies, and to think that these guys get paid, or you know, myself included, get paid with the product rather than with what any normal sponsor would get paid with, is a little bit ludicrous. It's not how the world works. It's not how sponsorships work, and that's that. So we go into half-time, guys, and I'm 1-0 down. It's been a pretty interesting game. This guy's a really good player. He's a very good player. The stats, I probably maybe should have scored. I haven't really had many clear-cut chances. But so there was two other issues. The first one was 5 at the back, after saying I don't like 5 at the back. Now, this is something that has been a feature on my channel for many years. Me not enjoying a feature about the game, complaining about it, eventually giving in and thinking, fuck it, I'm just going to do it myself, doing it, and then getting shit for it. And it's one of those things where my opinion on the subject and my thoughts behind the subject develop. It's not necessarily me being a hypocrite, but in the same manner that people will post in the comment section, I really used to like NepentheZ and now I hate him. Are you being a hypocrite because you said before that you liked me and now you hate me? Or is your opinion of me changed? And that's okay for your opinion of me to have changed, but it's not okay for my opinion of the 5 at the back formation to have changed. Like, it's not really fair that those are the circumstances that you kind of get. Oh, come on, who's this? Suarez. You guys kind of get the. Oh my God, what kind of shot was that? That was terrible. You guys kind of, oh, well, hello. Oh, my God. You guys get the best of both worlds in that sense. You can give me shit for changing my opinion, and that changes your opinion. But if I give you, if I sit there and state that, hey, your opinion's changed too, you're going to say, oh, yeah, but my opinion has changed because of this, this, and this. Well, hey, my opinion on a 5 at the back changed because I wasn't enjoying FIFA, so I had to change something. And instead of playing the same thing and doing the same thing over and over again, I decided to change my formation and find something that suits me. And the 5 at the back, hey, you know what? It suits me. Oh crap, that's not what I plan to do. So the reason why the 5 at the back suits me is because I like to cut in with the wingers. I don't particularly use the striker too much, and I'm bad at defending. I'll make no bones about that. I'm bad at defending, so I need the extra defender to help me defending. That's why I play 5 at the back. Many people agree, many people disagree. Some people can't use 5 at the back. I discussed this in a previous video. Some people can't use 5 at the back because they need the attackers, they need the midfielders. I bypass my centre midfield quite a lot. I don't really pass to it much. I tend to pass like instantly out to the wings and then play through that. And I don't really use the centre midfield too much. Alright, go on Suarez. Let's go. Right, go and cover the run. Yeah, there we go. Keep covering the run. No, cover the run, motherfucker. Oh wow, I thought I was going to get that. Yeah, so I bypass the midfield. So what's the point of me, like, if I played, let's say, a 4-3-3, which is a formation I like because of the wingers, I don't tend to enjoy the formation too much because I don't really use the midfield too much. And the reason why I don't use the midfield too much is, like I say, because I bypass it, which means I've got 3 players in the centre of the park that I rarely pass the ball to. Oh, that's a great tap. What? How's that a penalty, ref? That's ridiculous. That was a solid tackle. Yeah, so I bypass the midfield. So what's the point of having 3 midfielders in there when I'm not going to use them? Oh, he scored that. He's going to win this game now. He's a strong player anyway, but that was never a penalty, never ever. So that's why my thoughts and opinions changed on 5 at the back. And yes, I used to bitch and moan about it, but if you can honestly sit there and tell me you've never complained about something and then thought, fuck it, let me just do it as well, let me try it, and gone back on something that you said before, then you're like superhuman. People's opinions change, people's opinions develop. This game is different. I used to complain about 5 at the back specifically in FIFA 12. Not in FIFA 13. I've tried my best to just not give a shit about what happens to me in FIFA 13 and just play the game. And sometimes it doesn't really work out for me, and sometimes it does. And the 5 at the back thing, I don't feel like it's something I've necessarily gone on about. It's not really something I haven't made a video, specifically about it. He's going to score again here. Oh wow, he's absolutely giving me the dench sausage. Whew. See, even with 5 at the back, I'm getting the dick. So the formation can't be that great. Again, it's one of those things where people are like, oh my god, everyone uses 5 at the back. It's impossible to win a game. Well, this is, I've got a team of the season, BPL team. I think this is actually 4-1-2-1-2 anyway, isn't it? Yeah, this isn't even 5 at the back. But, right, come back. Come on, let's get the comeback on. Oh wow, not with play like that. His team is just all over me. Like, he's doing a really good job. And I've just been attacking really poorly. Yeah, so, 5 at the back is there. That's how it is. Right, now, the last thing that we're going to be talking about in this video is the stat cards, the juiced cards, the attribute cards. And what... Oh, that's a penalty, ref. What? How... Oh, my God, ref. How do you give him a penalty for a good tackle and he just body checks me and there's nothing? That's ridiculous. That's got to be offside. That's got to be offside. Oh my god, that's onside. He's going to cut that back, isn't he? Yep, there we go. Wow. Oh, he's fucked it. Wow, he fucked it. So let's talk the juiced cards. Yes, I banned them from the wager matches because it's a wager match. There's something on the line. When I come into an online game, the only thing on the line is a win or a loss on the record. It's not really that important, It's not life or death. when there's coins on the line, you know, 3, 4, 500,000, especially in peak times, that has market value. You know, damn, he's actually fucking tearing me apart right now. That has market value to the point of money. You know, like I could sell those coins. Like, you know, if I lose 500,000 coins, I could sell them for £50. It's important that it's a fair game, and to make it the fairest game is to not allow those sort of things. So I said in my wager matches, 5 at the back is totally okay, because I'm okay with people using 5 at the back against me, just in the same sense that I'm okay as using 5 at the back. Stat cards, I think, they just make the game super unrealistic. They give an unfair advantage, and if I were to use stat cards and come up against someone who wasn't using them and won the wager, you guys will go fucking nuts. But if I were to come up against someone who was using them and I wasn't, and I lost, it would be because I was shit, and it wouldn't be because of the stat cards or anything like that. You know, it's a fine line that I had to pick. So the reason why I banned them is because it just would have been stupidly difficult to regulate the game. Basically, it's just impossible. It would make the games boring and unfair. It would make it would be to the point where if people knew that they weren't banned, they would just start turning up with stat cards. So every person I would play against would have a stacked team, you know, a juiced up team, a 3-5-2 sweaty team with stat cards on them, and it would force me to do the same, and it would make the games more about luck and less about skill. So I banned them. Now, with doing this juiced series, FIFA's nearly at the end. FIFA's boring, people complain about it. I actually wanted to see how much improvement the player would get and how they would actually play with the stat card, and there's nothing on the line. It's not a oh wow, he's going to score again. It's not a game that you know, it's not a oh come on, I press pass. It's not a game that has any importance. It was supposed to be an entertaining video rather than anything else. It was supposed to be a video that entertains you guys, that shows you guys that hey, this is what happens when you use stat cards. And that's all it was. That's its sole purpose was that. Wow, that touch was terrible. Its sole purpose was just to show you guys, hey, this is what happens. You know, this is what happens when you get a full BPL team of the season with stacked cards. Because ask yourself, how many people in Ultimate Team are ever going to have the ability to do something like that? And it's not many. So I think for the many that wanted to see that, because they never be able to achieve something like that, which is sad that, you know, foot is like that people will never have these sort of teams, but at the same time it's what Ultimate Team is about. I got a little bit of the dick there by that guy. He was clinical in front of goal. The match stats were actually pretty damn even, but he was far more clinical than me in front of goal, so good game to him, well played to him. And that leaves me leading 4 points from the remaining 2 games, so a win and a draw. But we're going to go carry on talking about these stat cards just for a quick minute. And so yeah, so when I basically did the juiced series, I thought, you know what, this could just be a little bit of fun at the end of FIFA. It's not because I'm thinking, how can I be a hypocrite today, or how can I fuck up the FIFA community today? It's nothing about that. All I want from the FIFA community is for people to be able to have fun with Ultimate Team. And I get asked so many times, like, how do you do this, and how do you do that, and how can I get better at the game, and what can I do to improve myself and get more coins? And that's all I'm doing. I'm just showing people fun ways to play the game. Now, if you don't like that, if that's not for you, feel free to go and watch another YouTuber. But the bottom line is, if I wasn't doing it, there would be somebody else doing it. It just so happens that I'm the sort of person in the FIFA community that takes that role to try the taboo things, and then everybody else follows suit. And if nobody else followed suit, it would still eventually happen. Like, people would still play 5 at the back, even without me making teams with 5 at the back. They were still playing, you know, the formation was still used. People act like the formation was never ever used before I did it, or the fact that stat cards were never ever used before I used them. Of course they were. They're in the game. People are going to abuse that fact. So it's nature. It's how things work. It's life, basically. So I just wanted to get that sort of stuff off my chest, guys, because you know, it's easier for me to do it in a video than to reply to 500 people on Twitter and the people in the EA forums that give me a lot of shit. But the bottom, like to end essentially, I don't intend to be hypocritical, but what you guys have got to remember is when I state something that I don't like, and then 6 months later I do it, you've got to ask yourself what changed in that 6 months. Not, oh my god, you're doing something that you hated. You know, I hated, I don't know, maybe I hated, I can't even think of something that I hated that I now like. But I don't know, you know, people's opinions change, people's opinions develop. I'm sure there's been something in your life that you hated, and then you gave it a chance and you actually loved it, you know, and just think of it like that, because that's how it is for me. It's something that I didn't previously like, not because of any other reason than I didn't understand it and I didn't take the time out to learn why people used it or why it was successful. I just sat there and bitched and moaned and was like, oh my god, he's a fucking noob, he uses 5 at the back, what a cheap cunt, blah 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 blah, when ultimately I should have been sitting there thinking to myself, hey damn, how come he's using 5 at the back? Let's test that out and figure out the pros and the cons at 5 at the back. So that's one of the things in FIFA 14 that I'm going to definitely be looking forward to showing you guys, and that's taking every aspect of Ultimate Team and showing not only the pros of it but also the cons. So in situations like this, it's not such a big deal. For example, the cons of the juiced cards, they're £1,000 a time. So if you want to add a juice card to every single one of your players, you're looking at 11,000 coins. Sorry, 1,000 coins, not £1,000, but you're looking at adding a minimum of 11,000 coins per game to your team, and you only get 500 to 1,000 back. So is it really worth it? No. So is it going to ruin the game? Is it going to ruin the community? No, not really. You know, there's so many people. There's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people out there that can't afford to do that. So, you know, the likelihood of you coming up against them rather than the few hundred or the few thousand that might be using the stat cards is very high. You know, you're more likely to come up against a guy that doesn't have them than a guy that does. So in the sense of ruining FIFA Ultimate Team, it doesn't. I'm going to sign out here though, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've got a bit more of an insight into my thoughts and opinions on it. But yeah, thank you as always very much for watching. I'd love to know what you guys think about it in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Peace.